I need to be there. Hey, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's been a long time. I've come live over here. New setup, new settings. So that now I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube, right? So that people there also benefits from the show. So I go everywhere.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So again, this is an exclusive show about exclusive show exclusively for.
Sorry, muted, sir.
Oh, go ahead. I'm just talking on Facebook, YouTube, where I'm live with the audience there, right? That was the reason you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. We are with Charitable Trust, and life is all possible. Brings question section by Deek Parassini, founder of LIP Foundation. We are with Charitable Trust, founded by IFA in the year 2019. It is a non-profit organization. The organization works in education, health, environment, protection, and other community service activities with 9 different projects, such as focusing on different problems. The organization and the projects are designed mainly to focus on the young minds of India. Education projects focus on helping undeserved students at slum art ponds and similar places by providing services like organizing classes, study hours, financial support to eligible students. Starting mini libraries, organizing children festivals, and many more activities to make sure of all-round development of the students and make them socially responsible. The team provides online student empowerment, training, and certify well performers. Health retail project focus on organizing blood donation camps, medical camps at needed areas, creating health awareness through different campaigns and workshops, and providing medical assistance through non-organizations and hospitals. The organization organized certified adolescent health education workshop to create awareness about adolescent age, physical, emotional changes during the child sexual abuse, child marriages, and related acts. Environmental protection later provides focus on creating awareness through various challenges, competition, and organizing online or offline sections. Other projects focus on activities like food distribution, cloth collection, and distribution and celebrate birthdays at orphanages. Today we are introducing our special guest, Dixon. Some call him the hero of the mind, and some call him the truth speaker. Many call him a motivational speaker, positive influencer, mental guru, or brother. His reply is, I am alone of them, just a normal guy like you. All on mission to make people understand that life is all positive and negative doesn't exist. He's on a mission to make positivity free and all the sections as a giving back to the community. The next question you would ask is why free? This is just a way of thinking, just a way of thanking God. He is the founder of LIAP, Life is All Positive Foundation, a volunteer-based humanitarian, non-religious, non-political organization. Over half a million members in the social media community and over 11,000 members in his life. Life is all positive. WhatsApp group has become a community to make group people realize their inborn positivity. Over 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, engineering, and psychology gives him wide-spanning expertise to draw from. He has completed Bachelor of Science USA, MBA from Birla Institute of Technology, India, and then MSc in Business Psychology, UK. He has talked to thousands of people of various ages, groups, and touched their lives living with positivity. The major of his section in a question and section format, as he believes that whether motivation is given to people if their core problems, doubts are not solved, motivation is no help. He understands that the core and provides a positive solution, then shifts their lives in a positive direction and shows them how to be self-motivated. As he always says, meet me once, clear all your doubts, and forgot me. Today you are getting an opportunity to interact with Dick sir ready to ask all your doubts about life. Please welcome Deek sir with a round of applause.
Perfect. Thank you. That was a nice introduction. Do I continue or there's something more? Oh, sorry, there's 3 more slides. Sorry.
You can continue, sir.
Oh, I continue. Take over from here. Okay, fine. So, everyone, first of all, I would really want to thank, we are with you Charitable Trust for giving me this opportunity, and their team, and special thanks to Nikhil for, coordinating with me and coming live with you all in this show. I really don't know how many of you really know me. Are you going to change the guest profile to my video, or are you going to keep it as guest profile? Just people can see me or no?
Hey, keep, sir. You can keep, sir.
No, but it's I can see my guest profile. I that's what I see on the screen.
Okay, sir.
You have to shut down your screen, right? No, am I getting it wrong?
Sir, now.
No, still I see the screen. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, and you can put me on spotlight if you want to. If you want, right? So yeah, so that's how it works out. Now I think everyone can see me now, right? The way it is presented. If you put me on spotlight, then everyone will see me on a bigger platform, right? So okay, back to me again. I don't know how many of you know me. Just want to understand. Can you all raise your hand and just tell me how many of you have investigated, know about what I do, or something like that, or I'm completely new to you all? I just really want to have that feel of things. Like, am I that really famous, or I'm just a normal guy who people don't know? So that's one thing I really want to know. So no one raising hands. So see, this is going to be a very interactive session. I'm going to get you raise your hand. I'm going to make you talk. I'm going to make you ask me any questions. So feel free and be prepared for all those things in this live show. Right? The more you talk, the better it is. Many of you will have a lot of doubts. Many of you have a lot of questions. So feel free to pop in or put it in the chat box, or put it in whichever form you want, so that it's more beneficial for you from that perspective, right? So yeah. So back to me again. I call this session as Life is All Positive session, which means I'm a person who believes that life is all positive, negativity doesn't exist. Anything, depression, sadness, frustration, anger, any of all these negative words which you have, what I truly believe, it doesn't exist. What I believe is we are all born positive, because as a baby, we were all positive. But as we grow with time, we slowly take in all these negativity, and then we slowly become adults and get all this negativity, and then we stop living like a baby. My concept is you're born as a baby with all the positivity, live like a baby and die like a baby. Now, why you can't live like a baby is the next question you would ask me. Let me make it very, very simple. Why we can't live like a baby is because we try to hold on various things. We try to change stuff which is beyond our control. We try to do a lot of things which we think that we need to do. So slowly, what happens is we build up pressure, we build up frustration, we build up anger, we build up all these negative feelings. Which slowly, what is going to happen is with time, you are going to get frustrated in some form or the other, right? So is my audio better now? Okay, so I'm just checking. I just some settings has to be changed, so that's why I'm just changing that. Okay, so that's how it all works, right? So that's what I believe in. Generally, God or universe, if you believe in God, if you believe in universe, generally will give maximum people 5 problems in life. 5 problems. People can't take more than that. But what happens here is, with time, all these problems are never solved by people. They try to find for shortcuts. They try to find various alternative approaches to figure out life. They try to get busy in work, or they try to get into a relationship. They go make a girlfriend or boyfriend because they're frustrated with life, and then they have a breakup. Then again they're frustrated with life, or they hate their parents. And all these things will be 5 maximum problems you have. You don't solve that problem and get addicted to something, get focused on something, just so that you don't remember that. So what is going to happen is, on a long term, you are having the pressure, you go and do something else, not solving the problem. On a longer perspective, with time, it is going to start building pressure into your life. And then you can't live like a baby anymore. So my job, which I do, is giving you the answers to these 5 doubts or 5 life problems. Like, I've talked to, hundreds of people, right? Now, maybe thousands or maybe millions. So not I don't think million, maybe thousands of people I've talked to. Like people with depression, people who got harassed, people who got, raped, people who got, various other ways, asking me, how do you say life is all positive when we are all struggling? So what I have understood from that, yeah, thanks Lord. That was the thing I was asking for, to go on Spotlight. Okay, good. So that makes it much more better for me. Then I can just go live onto my live screen better, right? So when you really see it from that point of view, and when you start fixing that 5 problems, it could be you hating your mother, it could be you hating your father. There's a lot of problems which we are suppressing and keeping. If you solve that, automatically you will start living like a baby. That's what I believe, right? So the other thing what I tell people is, meet me once, clear all your doubts, and forget me. I'm not here to make a set of followers. I'm not here to create a community. I'm not here to do anything. Meet me once, clear all your doubts, whatever you have. It is your call if you want to clear your doubts or not, but clear all your doubts so that you don't come back to me anymore. Because if you talk to me, if you clear your doubts, you don't need a motivational speaker or a motivation book after that, because you have the 5 problems which you need to solve. Solve that 5 problems, and then you move on from there. So there's different ways I do my sessions. One is directly go to the question answer session, where you can raise your hand. It's best to all raise your hand. I think audio also is allowed. I'll give first priority to people who come on video, second priority to people who come on audio, third priority to people who come on text. So you can ask me questions in 3 form ways. It is always best to ask on video, is because I see you and you see me. So we understand who we are talking to, and it's much more related. You might be sometimes seeing me down, because I'm seeing down because you guys are on this screen, and this camera is where I'm talking to. You can ask me from 3 forms. My priority is always video first, audio, because I'm coming on audio, I'm coming on video. People who come on video, I have to respect them for seeing fair. And many people are hiding it coming from video. I don't know why. What you don't understand is, all these sessions, virtual sessions, is so very powerful that you have a chance to expose how you look. You have a chance to expose who you are to this community. That time we switch on the camera, switch off the camera, and sit there. What is the point? You might be worried about the background. There you go. Hanuman has come online. See, why are we not coming online? Why are we not coming and showing our face? One of the main reasons is, somewhere around you have a complex. What is behind my background? Is my hairstyle okay? Is my jacket okay? What people are going to think? Let people think. Now, for example, I'm going to spoil my hair right now and talk to you. It doesn't matter. See, Hanuman came and directly first he set his hair, right? What people are going to think, it doesn't matter. When you know you're genuinely doing good stuff, when you know you genuinely want to create an impact, there is nothing to worry to come on camera. There's nothing to worry about it. But I know many people will go. Some people are there. Whatever he says, I'm not going to come on. Be happy. But what you don't understand is, it is your opportunity to come live in front of people. Now, Hemant, I will never forget him, because he's the first man who took the guts to come online. So he made an impact, right? So like that, make sure when you are live, come on camera, ask your questions, talk to people, do it in some form or the other, so that people know you. Many people say, sir, I don't get any opportunities in life. Now you have an opportunity to show and ask any question. This is an opportunity for you. But how many of you use it? No one. And then you blame the government, you blame the college, you blame the teachers, you blame all that, right? So what we have to do is first show and expose ourselves as much as we can. So people should know you first. If you want to create an impact to this world, people should know you. And then you hide away, you don't ask the questions, and then you lose that opportunity. So that is the one way you guys. Camera first, audio second, this one. Now, next question is, what questions do I ask? right? I've gone to colleges, I've gone to, maximum I've gone to 900 people on stage. I directly go and say, ask me any question from birth to death, which is bothering you. Any question from birth to death. Any questions, right? Now, how can you ask me the question? There's three ways you can ask me the question. One is topic based, which is, sir, or, how do you deal with anger? Or how do you deal with a breakup? 70% of the girls and boys who comes to me with a problem comes with a breakup issue only. So if that is an issue you want to talk about, talk, because if you don't figure it out, you're going to have another breakup after that also. Now the third reason, or you have something related to your trust or your charity attitude, topic based, you can ask me. Second way you can ask me is about yourself. Sir, I have this problem. This is what I'm going through. My exams are this, I did not study, or whatever it is. I have suicidal thoughts, I have depression, whatever it is you can generally ask, which is, I have my problem. Third is the best way to ask, I normally say, is, my friend has, don't tell us your problem. My friend have this problem, I've seen him struggle. So no one knows your story, and that way you can ask me questions. So directly to questions. See, the more questions you ask me, the more interesting it gets. You can ask me any question. Sometimes what you don't understand is sometimes you might be asking the question for yourself. You think you're asking for yourself, but you'll be asking for someone else who's sitting in that group wanting that answer. So whatever is irritating you, whatever is bothering parents, my father, my colleagues, my future, my past, what is bothering between that birth and death, feel free to ask. Now, there's different ways you can ask. As I told you, raise your hand so I know I can call your name and get it. So there's some kind of a protocol there, right? Maximum, my session has gone 3 hours virtual, right? It depends on, it was like 300 students virtually asking different questions in life, asking various questions in life. That way is naturally the best way, to ask me and utilize me as much as you can. As I said, no, it's a meeting. Sorry, my kid just came. Meeting. Go. Right? So yeah, so that's what you got to ask. So feel free to ask me any question. So Huma, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Yes. Who's that? Go. Rian, just first. Just 1 second. This kid came along. Hold on. Go. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you want to go for questions, or you want to go for questions, or you want to talk about my story, or what is that you want to ask? Anything you can ask. I know it's a very strange session. Many people think that what the heck, what question do I ask? I was not prepared for it. But the more questions you ask, the more better it is for you. Or else I can talk about a topic about how life is all positive, how life is all get negative, live that positive life, enjoy your life. I will tell you the secrets of it, but your problem is your problem. It's not other people's problem. Your doubts are your doubts. I'm here to answer those doubts. Questions, or I will tell my story. You have to be interactive, because the more you get interactive, the more fun comes, right? I told you, any questions. How do I go for an interview? Is there any specific ways to get it? Or, anything, job. Or if you want, I can tell my story also, right? Because I'll tell you why. I can tell you my story, but then sometimes when I tell my story, people tend to get too, come for fan following, and they get, wow, this guy did so much, and I'll follow him in some form. I don't want any followers. I'm just here, answer the question, clear the doubts, and I'm done. If there's no questions, I'll say my job is done. You make it like easier, right? So all you got to do is, Manikant is asking, is there a specific language for getting a job? Very good question. Now that's a good question, Manikant. So let me give you an example. Language for a certain organization is important, which means if you're going to a multinational company and you are not very clear in your English, what can happen is the mode of communication of your ideas to your seniors becomes weak, which, for example, let's say English. Most of you, when you say language issues, you would generally pick English, and I think this is the Chennai group, so obviously you'll be picking Tamil. So the first thing you got to ask is which organization I'm targeting. If that organization target needs English, then English is important. Why? Because your mode of communication, you have an idea. If you can't share it properly to your seniors or your group, that idea is not worthy of sitting it in Tamil. It has to come in English so that they understand it in English. Now, if you're really smart and talented and you have a specific skill which the people in the organization needs, they will appoint you regardless of your language. So the question here is, do I have the skill way above language? Yes, with specific language, you can get a job. But then, does the organization generally use English as an umbrella of a language, as a mode of communication, and your communication is not good enough? Then you got to be very careful. You have to improve yourself so that you can get into that. So the question is there a specific language for getting a job? Answer is no. But whichever job you're going for needs that language, a specific language, then it's important. I hope Manikanta, I have answered that question, right? So that's what, ask. You can counter question me also. Like if I say some topic, you can say, no, this is crap. It doesn't, I don't believe in this. Challenge me also. Don't say that because I'm saying you to take it in. Challenge me, counter me. Everyone, come on live and ask me. That is more interesting. Let me hear people's voice rather than me looking at the screen and reading text. Through many online and offline sessions, you have reached many people. There may be cases where some people share their motivation stories with you. Can you share with us one such story where people change his way of looking at things? See, now you're asking me, I normally don't share my personal conversations with anyone. I keep it very, very private. But generally, I can say you one story. A girl who got raped, no one knows about her, no one knows what. She has been in the hospital. She was almost going to suicide. She literally messaged, like she was almost on the railway station going for a jump. Somehow she saw my message. She chatted with me, thought, okay, what's going to happen? What this guy is talking about, a positive. I talked with her. It took me 2 years chatting on different days, not continuously chatting for 2 years. Whenever she had problems, new challenges, and you know when you go through that harsh life, it is very difficult for you to understand the concept of positivity when the experience gets very negativity. So I talk. Now she's having a happy married life with someone very special in her life, right? She got raped by someone else, right? And then she gets that. So many people, like I know many people I've talked to, who are depressed, who are taking medication for mental who are wanting to suicide, who already had suicide attempts and they want to give away their life, right? So, but once you start understanding the reasons behind why people suicide, why people go through all this, when they have that clear understanding, you become self-motivated. I'm not here to motivate anyone. I'm not here because motivation is right now, motivation has moved into a general entertainment kind of a thing, right? It's gone to entertainment where they say good words. Oh, wake up in the 5 a.m. in the morning and it's very beautiful. 5 a.m. is the great time to wake up, and they pitch you. But my question, if a mother is taking care of their child late night, can I tell that mother to wake up at 5 a.m.? No, but that mother is also told wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. And that motivation she is trying to achieve because the other lady there is also waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, but she doesn't have a child. No. That lady 5 a.m. I also 5 a.m. So there are many small reasons why people go through all this, right? So yeah, there's many stories. Like I normally don't share my personal conversations which I have with people because I keep it very, very private, right? Because that's my policy. I don't share that much. But I've talked to people with lots of worse situations, parents fighting at home, kids are being thrown away from home. Your parents don't agree for love marriage. What to do about that? I get all strange questions which has come in. But it depends on a Manikant is all good question. Is there any inspiration for me? For me, my main inspiration is people who I talk to, right? Manikant, you're asking me all this question, you inspire me. As long as I give you the answer back to 100%, that inspires me to do. But then for me, I do everything as a giving back to the community. I do all my sessions free of charge. I'm doing an India tour, completely all around India. Obviously, I'm coming to Chennai too, because our NGO is registered in Chennai. Most probably, VIT Vellore and VIT Tech. There's two colleges which my sessions are going to be there. So my thing is, my audience is my real inspiration. The more I answer people's question, the more I'm going to do this more. The day I can't answer people's question, I'm going to stop and close and shut down all my Instagram, all my Facebook, and move on. Right? So as you know, I'm just doing this as a giving back to the community and nothing more. All my sessions for the last 4 years were completely free of charge. Till I am alive, it'll be always free. That's a promise to the world, right? So my inspiration is you. You don't need to know so much about me. That's what I tell people. Ask the question which you want to know and give me a chance to answer and utilize it. Come on video, come on audio. Let me know who I'm talking to rather than names and few chat. And I'm really proud of Hanuman for coming on video, right? I hope no one else. I think video people would come in the first, right? So there you go. A guy with a good glasses. I mean that, don't miss this opportunity. Or tell me a topic. What is the most bothered topic which you have to talk about? Exam fears, my future career. How do I select the career? Okay, Durga comes here. Could you please share some key points of becoming an effective speaker? Okay. Now, there is two. When you say effective speaker, there's two types. One is speaking in general, which means I'm speaking to you or a person or a conversation you have with two is also a speaker. Or you're talking about the public speaker on stage who have a big crowd. So Durga, which speaker you're talking about? Because that is very important for me to distinguish. Now, for me, talking to a normal person is a different point of view, and when you're going on public, it's a different point. But still, I will just start talking. But Durga, you can put in your information. So we'll put in information, right? Who's that? That's Nikhil, no? TNC Chennai?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
Nikhil.
sir.
Okay, Nikhil has also come online, so that's good. So I've successfully got 2 people on camera. Good start. That's what I want. See, my session, I don't know what changes I'm going to bring in you people. I have no idea what questions you're going to ask me, but I'm sure, Nikhil and Hanuman will always come on video from now on. I'm sure about that. Because why are you having this complex? Why are we hating ourselves? Because if you don't love yourself, you don't show yourself, no one's going to bother. So get that point very clear. So Durga, I'm waiting for the question. So I'll start talking about speaker. Let me know if you're talking public speaking or you're talking about general conversation. So what will be your answer for a person who will ask how to clear confusion of making decision and how to choose which will be the best for our career? Okay. So Manikant is all full on. So Durga, I'm just waiting. Are you talking a general conversation speaker or a public speaker on stage? If you can differentiate that, I can talk specifically on that. Let me go to Manikant's question and then I will. So Durga, yes sir, you said, but what is that? Which speaker you may talk about? So let me go to Manikant's question. Confusion. Confusion normally comes when you have 2 different topics or choices to select from. Some people 2, 3, but generally it is 2. Why confusion comes is because you have limited. Oh my God, I have successfully made Samra also at Chennai come online. So that's good. 3 people are on board. So we will slowly get there. By the end, everyone will come and then we'll have a celebration. Right? So back to the question by Manikant, right? So why do we have confusion? Is because you have limited information of both of the topics. Limited information of both these topics. And that topics, when you have limited information, you are not very clear which one to choose. Durga, I got a question. I'll come back to you after this. You don't know which one to choose. So why this confusion comes? For example, now Manikant is asking about career. Let's say, for example, career. You're confused if I have to take, before even getting into career, let's give a simple example of getting into which college. Okay. You have college 1 and you have college 2, which you have to get in. So the question is, how do I select the college? Most people select the college, uncle, auntie saying this college, I will go to this college. Friends are going to this college, so I'll go to this college. It is a good brand name, so I will go and join this college. You're generally in a confused state because you really don't know why you are joining the college. So the question here is college A, college B. First thing what you got to do is, what is the college name, who the principal is, how the teachers are, do the teachers keep changing, how the syllabus is, go and talk to the previous alumni, what's the feedback, is there good placement, is the hostel good, is there ragging in, is there, am I okay with ragging, is there, if you're a talented person, you're a skillful person, do they entertain music, do they entertain dancing? All these factors has to be investigated A to Z, and this also A to Z. And then, is it possible for me to get in this college? Which means, do I have the marks? Will my parents allow to go to Delhi or some other foreign country? Do I have the capacity and the educational skills and qualifications to work hard to get and pass through that? So all these factors, when you research of college A, college B, and U, is when the clarity comes. For example, career. Which career do I choose? The simple example I always say is, most of you would be in college and you're looking for a career. Always remember one thing. You should always pick a career which will be aligned 10 years after. Which means if you're doing engineering now or whatever specific engineering doing, after 10 years, will that job exist or not? Because many people are there, after their 12th, they will pick engineering or doctor or whatever it is. Engineering, doctor, and all that, generally to masters will take 5 to 6 or 7 odd years. By that time, you're done with all your education, and 3 more years left. By that, after finishing all the education, your job vacancy also won't be there. That is stupidity. Like, I still have the experience when my sister's time. For her, it was like very interesting. Yes, so it was very interesting where that time everyone was doing biotechnology. Everyone was, that biotechnology craze was there, right? And everyone was doing biotechnology. When they all came out of college, all biotechnology people didn't have work. They will start looking around other work, and many biotechnology kids are doing something else. So you should be very careful when you're selecting a career for future. You have to find out what is going to happen in future, where I'm going to be, do I have the capacity, can I work that long hours? Many people are there, oh, I want to get into IT. But IT is 16 hours, 10 to 16 hours you go to work. If you're getting into IT, most IT people start smoking also. So you got to consider all these factors before getting into IT. Right? Because I did a session for IT people, and the main problem is they're all big time smokers. Right? So I'm not saying bad about IT people, but that's the feedback I got. Based on that feedback, I'm telling you, go and have a look at it. Most of them either will be alcoholic or this one, just because they have so much of stress, they got to release it out. So that is why they're doing it. So when you're selecting a career, your point should be is, can I do all this? Will I be a bad person or will I be a good person? When that clarity comes is when slowly, more doubts will be cleared. And more information you have with topic A and topic B is when the confusion stops and then the clarity comes. I hope, Manikant, I've answered the question. If I've answered the question, just put a reply, thumbs up or hands raised or whatever it is, so I know I've answered the question 100%. If there's any counter question, feel free to counter me. The next question is, okay, Manikant's answer is without. That's right. So my next question is back to Durga again. Guys, come on audio. At least let me hear people's voice. It's very boring. Anyone on video wants to ask a question? No? Okay. Ask. Don't see. It's your wish. I can't push. There you go. 4 people I got on camera now. Shravan has come. Thanks a lot, Shravan, for coming in. Right? I think Shravan is alive. So I need to check because I only see 4 slides. So anyone on camera want to ask a question? If not, anyone on audio, raise your hand. I will give you the opportunity. If not, I'm going to move to Durga's question. Oh, Durga, come online. Okay, someone has come on audio. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Samara.
Good evening, sir.
Hi.
Sir, what is life first?
What is life? Very interesting question. Life is basically time given to you from birth to death. It is that time. The time is called life. Now you'll ask me, what is the purpose of life? That's the next question. Right? What is the
Guys,
what is the purpose of life? Mainly is to grow. That is the only purpose, which means be the best human being you can be. Which means be the best son you can be the best father in future you can be the best colleague you can be the best student you can be the best brother you can be the best grandfather in future you can be, and keep growing in every aspects of life. Which means relationship, health, education, love, finance, improve in all these aspects, you are meeting your purpose. Many people say, sir, no, I want to be spiritually inclined. No, I want to make $1 million. People have all that dream. That is fine. But for me, a mother who genuinely takes care of the family and genuinely loves their family and takes care of the kids, takes care of the husband, and becomes the foundation of the whole family, is much more meeting her purpose than a guy sitting in Himalayas and meditating. Right? So always remember something. Purpose is, it has no small purpose or high purpose, or this purpose is correct and that purpose is wrong. You are given a role in Chennai. You have a father and mother in Chennai. You have certain things in a career, in your job to do. Are you growing? For example, I am a 60% student. Next exam, will I make it 65? Next exam, will I make it 70? Next exam, will I make it 75? The question should be that. Am I growing? Am I being a better son to my parents? Am I loving them? Am I giving, like if I'm working, am I giving some share of my salary to them? How can I increase that salary? Because as age, parents, expense also increases. Can I sponsor that also? So am I growing every day as a better human being? If the answer is yes, you are meeting your purpose. Don't complicate purpose so much. People are complicating all these, this spiritual and motivational thing. People complicate stuff so very bad that you think that reaching a purpose is reaching that thing. Right? Again, you become the best son you can be to your parents. You met that purpose. So at the end, God or universe, whoever sent you to this world, is given you this human life so that you can improve as better human beings and finish off with a better life from what you're born. If that is done, you are meeting your purpose in life. That is how I define life and the purpose of life. Right? Now there are many who will ask, sir, no, I want to be like Facebook, or I want to be like this guy or that guy. Most of the rich people are either single or divorced. Now, you want to stay single or divorced is the question you've got to ask. And is it the proper balance or not about life? Right? For me, is balance: relationship, education, health, finance, and love. If you have 5 of these in balance and you keep growing on that 5 of things, that makes sense to me. Everything else is just a fantasy, or it's just a drive you're going after. It really will never give you full satisfaction when you leave this world or when you're close to leave this world. Samara, did I answer the question 100%?
Yeah, yes, sir.
More questions from the camera and the audio people, or I move on to
Sir, I want you to speak about that self-discipline.
self-discipline, which means, from what do you mean by self-discipline from your meaning?
For my meaning, if I put a target to study, I'm in hurry to finish my syllabus, obviously.
Okay.
So, like 7 to 8 hours minimum, I have to study. Sometimes I'll study. 10 hours also I'll study.
Okay.
But sometimes, no, I'll feel like, no, later.
Later. So basically, it's
I'll
more
post-
about procrastination and delaying what you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, sometimes I encounter that thing.
Okay. Do you delay your lunch, breakfast, dinner?
No, like sometimes I used to do that also. That's the problem.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Do you delay your birthday?
My birthday.
Or you celebrate that
No.
day only?
No, I won't actually celebrate, but I will remember on that day, like, okay, today I won, that's it.
Okay, fine. So, okay, let me give you another thing. Do you delay when you want to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not. So why that is important? When your mother is in the hospital, if you love your parents, would you delay that?
No, definitely not.
Right? Your very close friend is coming, guy, I need this help, Hemant, somehow please come to me. Would you delay that?
No,
No. So
not.
we delay whatever is important. Sorry. We delay whatever is not important. We don't delay things what is important for us. Right? So your mother makes the most favorite food which you love. Before she put in the dining table, you'll run to the kitchen and take a bite. Yes or no?
Yeah, definitely.
There is no delay there. Right? Why there is no
Yes,
delay there? Slowly, because that is more important. That taste is very important for you. But when it comes to studies, chalta hai. Last time I passed like this only. This time also it will go.
Lagta hai, sir.
So why that is happening is value attached to that. For example, are you into cricket? You like cricket?
No.
So what is your favorite thing other than studies?
Actually, I don't play games, sir. I just like computers and
You
some
like
other
so
stuff.
okay. Now there'll be something which you like to do, no? Computers, you are happy with computer games?
Yeah.
Okay, computer games. So if it is computer games, what happens there is you have this great game which if you miss, you might lose all these points. Would you miss that?
No.
No, because that is important. That points is important. That marks is important. That status is important. That recognition is important. So you have so much of value attached to that. You know you're going to miss this out. Now I'll tell you something. Would you sit doing nothing one day before the exam?
Definitely not.
No.
I have my entrance exam 1 year after, but I am preparing till now.
I know.
But one day,
I know. So
like,
what is happening is one day before the exam, no one will sit and chill. It is only 10 days before the exam, or 1 month before the exam, or 3 months before the exam, you worry that what is going to happen. Chalta hai, let me relax and all that thing. Why? One day before you know the importance of exam. That time video games also moved. Exam full day. But 1 month before the exam, games also okay. So the person is this, see, human, what you have to understand is that is both the person is you only. But your importance begins to change. Now you'll ask me, how do I get importance? It's the value which you put. Okay, if I study this much chapter, I'll get this much marks. Many people are there, I'm studying whatever I get, I'll study whatever marks let it happen. No, if I study this chapter, this much marks I'm going to get. If I don't study this chapter, this much chapter I'm going to lose. So if I lose this much of this one, then I won't have the career which I want. So I might lose my career in future. Value. Right? If I study 8 hours, I know I'm going to get this career. But then many people, I ask them, what is your future plan? I don't know. Placement, through placement, I will get it. If I get it, get it. If not, then we'll see what happens.
nothing will happen like that. Yeah.
Right. So what's happening now? You don't have that plan. If you don't get through placement, what is the next plan? No plan. So when don't have a plan, placement. If I don't get, okay, let me relax and play video games. Some future will be there. No, if placement I don't get, what is the next plan? If I don't get through placement, which private job do I need to get into? And what qualifications do they need? And what educational skills do they need? What experience do they need? Have all this information. You won't sit and play video game that time. Because at that time, your mind shifts towards the value of, if I have this, what am I going to get? If that is clear, you can't think of anything else. So it's not about what I tell people is the greatest concept about discipline, which I have understood from life, is when you wake up, go and do the most important thing first and keep doing the most important thing first until you go to sleep. For example, when you wake up, what is the most important thing? Brush your teeth. Do you skip brushing your teeth?
No.
Why? If I don't brush my teeth, my tooth will have a problem. The toothache experience I have, my parents told toothpaste is a problem. That is why you're brushing your teeth every day morning. Now I'll ask you, why every day morning you're not studying?
Not
But I'll tell you another joke. You didn't study every day morning, and one day you'll fail in the exam. No, after the failure, every day morning you'll wake up and study. It is like toothbrush only. Right? Toothbrush, toothache. I know the pain. I don't want to get the pain. Brush every day. Brush every day. Brush every day. Right?
Yeah.
So some
My friend is
disciplines.
ready to get
So some disciplines are not coming because the failure didn't hit you that hard. When the failure hits you really hard, you'll naturally, start working it out, and naturally you'll be disciplined automatically. Make sense now?
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Anyone on video and audio?
Sir, how to avoid negativity, sir?
How to have?
How to avoid negativity?
I didn't understand the question, Nikhil.
How to avoid negativity?
How to avoid negativity? Negativity, people or situations, or surrounding, or what you're talking about negativity in general?
Yes, sir, in general.
Okay, negativity, please don't avoid, because life can only teach you through negativity. Right? Always remember saying. Now, let me ask you a simple question, Nikhil. Do you drink soft drinks?
Sometimes, sir.
Sometimes. Good for health or bad for health?
Bad for health.
See the joke of life. You know it's bad for health, and sometimes you're having the soft drinks. Why? Ask this question to yourself. Most of the negativity, why it's coming, you will come to know. I'm not telling you. You know it is bad. You know it is not good for your health, and you're still drinking it sometime. Why? So there is so many soft drinks examples you're doing in your life, which is slowly building up, and the negativity will hit. That time you realize many people are, after they drink a lot of soft drink, then they'll have either diabetic or their health is gone. That time they will stop. So we have the wisdom, we have that mindset to make a change in our life. But are we taking the step towards it is the question. Why negativity is coming? Now you're drinking soft drinks, fast food. Your health will hit. You will say, sir, negativity is hitting me. But I said, no, negativity is good, so you will stop. Every negativity is something life trying to teach you. That's why I said, the quote which I normally, which I made is, it's not a quote, it's a poem. Every tear which falls out of your eyes, tear can be anger, negativity, bad friends, negative people. Every tear which falls out of your life, in your eyes, is something life trying to teach you. Right? If you focus and learn that lesson, the negativity will stop. If you don't learn that lesson, different people, different situations keep hitting you until you change. So negativity is there for you to change. If you don't change, life will keep hitting you with negativity. The problem is you and not the negativity. Now, I'll tell you the biggest joke of life. The type of people you hate will always be there in your life in some form or the other. Look at that. If you hate a teacher, you will see a boss also will be like that teacher only. That is the joke of it. You see it. If you hate people irritating you, you will see constantly different people irritating you for the rest of your life. But once you decide that I'm done, let them irritate, that's their problem, you'll see people also stop irritating. So, and always remember something, negativity and positivity will always remain equal in this world. Don't think that positive will supersede or negative will, it's never going to happen. Now I'm spreading positive information to you people, somewhere else negativity will also raise. For example, now see, I'll tell you how it is. Now Hanuman, I've told him how to be disciplined, how he'll work on. He might end up a topper. The existing topper will have negative feeling. He is positive. Hanuman has become positive, but the new topper he has become, the second who became will be negative. So when positivity hits, negativity also will increase. So never think that everything will be positive. No, negativity keep that. For example, you have a police, you have a robber. It is because there's a robber which is negative, the police is there. One fine day, all the robbers decide to become police and be a nice person. Police won't have any job. So that police will start robbing and they become a robber again and the cycle will keep coming. So don't think that ever in this world negativity won't be there. So general negative, I told you, negative and positive will always be there, equal in this world. The count is perfectly equal. And why negative comes to us? is because we have to change. If you change, then negativity also will stop. Doubt clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Any more on video, audio, or I move to text? Use, best is to use. Is there someone else? No, only 4 people have come. Come on, audio. Let's talk. Why I'm doing it is I'm trying to build a confidence for you to come on a live platform and ask question. My ultimate objective for all my sessions is to making you ask, because if you can ask, I'm telling you, you can change the world. Because if you want to get married to the girl or a boy who you want, you have to ask. If you want promotion, you have to ask. If you want placement or that, you have to ask certain questions in a certain way, right? If you want your favorite food, you got to ask. At least if I can make you people ask, I'm telling you, my journey. Because asking is equal to growing. Only if you ask, you get the answer, you grow. And growing is what? As I told to Samara, growth is meeting the purpose of life. And that is why life is given to you. So I'm giving you to the process to go to purpose of life, only to ask the question to clear your doubt. But how many people will ask? I don't know. But life will teach you regardless, right? Any other questions?
Sir?
Yes,
Sir?
Raman.
Sir,
Yeah.
if someone asks you, who are you? What is the best answer to tell, sir?
I'm just a normal guy trying to make this people understand that life is all positive, negativity doesn't exist. Many people call me different names. Some people tell me I'm a truth speaker. Some people call me healer of the mind. There's many names I get. Motivational. Generally, people call me I'm a motivational speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to sell a book. I'm not here to sell a course. My thing is, Shravan has a question, clear his doubt 100%, so that he will never go and ask anyone else. That is my only objective. And as long as I will do that, I'll keep doing it. The day I can't answer, I'll stop everything else. Right? So again, you don't need to know me. Just ask your question and I'll answer. I'll try my best to answer. But don't ask me one question, how I'm answering the question, everything else you can ask. Because even I don't have a good idea of how I'm doing it, right? So yeah.
Sir, I am not asking about you, sir. If someone asks me, who are you? What is the answer to tell them?
Like that, who are you? Now, there is a spiritual side of this question and you have this practical side of the question. Now, this who are you question is a very big spiritual question also. So I won't get into that. Now, when someone asks you, who are you? Introduce yourself, right? Your name in general. And after that, obviously now, how do you want people to know you? That is the first question you got to ask. How does Samara want to be known by the people? So your introduction should be somewhere revolved around that. Now, for example, Samara want to be a good civil engineer. Okay, let's say for example. So yeah, I'm Samara. I'm a person who's interested in constructing or bringing out new designs, to this world, because I see, there's a lot of contribution, a lot of changes which the world needs, and I'll be one of the person who will be contributing towards that. That is your purpose-driven introduction, or say, right? That's one way to say. It's not the name, it's what you do, and generally removing the spiritual side. When you say who you are, it is the character of the human being who you are. If you can define it in a very good fashion, that's how you introduce or ask who are you, right? But in general, if someone asks who are you, just say your name in this college and that's it. But if you ask me the other who are you, the spiritual question, spirituality, I can answer questions. Like people ask me, like I've talked to pastors, I've talked to, different kinds of people, right? But the problem is spiritual talks, I only talk on a personal level. Why? It can offend other people. Some people will not understand. Your spiritual level is different. Other people's spiritual level is different. So when I tell you something concept about who are you, you will understand, but the other people say, what the heck he's talking about? So I don't want that thing to happen. So if you have really genuine doubts based on who you are, I can tell you who you are if the spiritual question, but I can only talk it personally, not in a public forum, because different people have different levels of understanding. But in practically, it's you, your name, what you want to do, what impact you want to create to this world, and what influence you want to create onto the other person who is asking who are you. It all depends on what other people want you to know about you more than what you have to say. Did I answer the question? The practical side?
Thank you.
Okay, good. So that's it. No one with audio video. I go to the chat.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Ravan.
Sir, how to take best decisions in negative situations, sir?
How to take best decisions in negative situation.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever a negative situation happens, the first thing you have to find out is, why is this negative situation happening in my life? Most people, what they do when a negative situation happens, they will try to blame people. It is because, now for example, generally youth, generally they say
Sir,
negative.
one thing.
Sorry?
No, in negative situations and when we are facing mental pressure, how to take best decisions.
Mental pressure, can you give me an example why the mental pressure is?
Yeah, due to some money issues.
Money issues. So when you
Not
sorry, or?
yes, sir.
Or?
We think some and that not happening.
So
that we feel some pressure.
So now there's two different topics. First of all, if it is a financial problem, my first thing is figure out a way to bring in finance into your home. You're all IT kids, you're all engineering kids. There's a lot of things you can do as freelancing and make money. Right? And you have enough free time also. Now, COVID time, last 2 years, you had no schools, no colleges, everything was closed. What do you guys do? So there is a lot of people who have got into freelancing. There's a lot of people who are doing small data entry jobs. There are a lot of people who are making small, editing, video editing, social media managers. Everyone is doing freelancing and minting money out of it. So the first point, if it's a financial problem, how can I make money? Yes, college is there or your education is going on. Free time, what I'm doing? Am I watching cricket? Am I watching movie? Wasting time or finding something to bring up my finance? If we start focusing on that, the finance will be set. What is the second problem you told me? You said me something, the last part, the last point you told me. Finance problem.
The things not happening like what
the things are not happening according to I plan. If you do the wrong plan, it is and do the actions thinking that it will be right, the result is only going to be negative. For example, you have studied 60%. And you go and write the exam and you fail getting 50 or 30%, right? You go and study again 60%. What is going to happen again? Again, it's not going to happen. Thinking doesn't change life. I'm a person who's against positive thinking. I'm a person who's completely against, positive thinking. I'm to everything happens for the good concept. That is all for lazy people. So if you are thinking something and it's not happening, is because you're not doing the things needed for it to happen. Many people say they study 50%. No, I will pass. Surely I will pass. Yeah, the teacher's mood is bad. 10 marks are gone. Right? Who's correcting? Teacher's mood is bad. 10 marks are gone. So you have to study 60% to get 50%. Not 50% and expect 50%, think 50% and you get 40 and you scratch your head, what did I do? So thinking doesn't happen. My question is, did you do the things needed to get it? If the answer is no, go do it. You will get it. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else on video audio? So yes.
Sir, is there anything called perfection exist? Like anything called 100% perfect, it exists because most of the people are dying to achieve that 100% perfection. Does it exist?
As long as you're a human being, there's nothing called perfect ever in your life, because there's always something for you to improve, something for you to grow, or something to create an impact. So there's nothing perfect. Now, from your perspective, some things can be perfect. For example, I have this capacity. With that capacity, I've given 100% to what I can do is perfect for you. But for someone else who has much more capacity than you, for him something else is perfect. Now, for example, you invented a new design. After 10 years, someone is going to find out another new design. Your idea is perfect. No, at that time, it is a perfect idea needed for the world. After 5 years, someone is doing something else. Because everything with time is growing, right? As I said, the life purpose is growth. Everything is growing. So every object also grows. Every product also grows. So when these growth happens, the perfection is no more perfect. Right? So there's nothing called perfect. And always remember one thing. It is your perspective of what perfect is. Right? And not based on other people's perfection. Many people pick on perfection what other people say. I want to be the perfect son. There is nothing called perfect son because you have to keep improving as a son. You're loving your mother in a certain way, and tomorrow you have to love her in a better way. Tomorrow your day after you have to love in a better way. And you have to be a better son in the best way. So how can I say perfect? I'll tell you, your age is perfect. No. Your age, you're growing every day. Right? So every time you're growing, you're no more perfect. Today I'm very healthy, perfect. Tomorrow you eat a bad food, there you go, perfection gone. So body is changing, your mind is changing. As long as change is there, perfection is never there. Right? But now perfection in the eyes of God, what is being in the eyes of your parents, what they have a perfect perception, not reality, perception. Try to meet that. That's all. Got it?
Okay.
Some people put a lot of pressure on the kids, be the perfect son. They have a wrong perception of a perfect son. Doesn't mean that you have to be there, because sometimes doing that will build more pressure also. Yes, Durga. Finally, the first lady on the ground. Durga's trying
Hi,
to...
sir.
Hi. Yeah.
I said this is Reshma.
Yes, Reshma.
Sir, if we are the overthinking person, then what should we do to be the normal one?
Good thing. Overthinking normally happens when you have a lot of free time. Reshma, do you have a lot of free time?
No, sir, not yet. Just a little time.
No, like I mean, like in the COVID time when you have nothing else to do, would you just think about overthinking, or is there any? So generally, people overthink because of two reasons. One is they have a lot of free time. As I said, mind is a thinker. Like the eyes which is used to see, like the ears which is used to hear, like the muscles which is used to flex, like that mind is there to think. If someone tells you control your mind, I will help you control your mind. Controlling mind is for the saint and the spiritual people. Let them figure that out. We as human beings, we can't control our mind. We can divert to our mind. Divert in the mind means finding the value behind it. Now, Hanuman gave me an example saying that I can't focus on my studies. Why focus of studies is not there? And why it is overthinking about video games? Because he's exposing himself to too much of video games. So when you expose, so your mind is only going to think of what you already know. Mind is only going to think what you already know. Give it good things to think. You have no problem. Overthink good things. Your mind will never tire. Right? If you go into the beach, I'm sure when that all that five senses see the blue sky, the blue water, the sand, the salt in the air touches your tongue, the wind starts flowing, hits all your body, I'm sure overthinking will stop then and there. Why? All your senses busy. But what happens when you're working, you have a bad leg, you have a leg ache or leg pain. You'll say, oh, my leg, oh, my health is bad. Oh, then you go read and Google, leg. You will think you have a serious problem. Oh, my leg could have this problem. Right? Most of the search engines are all marketing machines. Every article which you read on social media is all marketing. Right? So you read, and you believe that I have a serious problem. You keep thinking about the problem, not fixing the problem. Right? Not fixing. No one fixes the problem. Next, overthinking is you have some unanswered questions about your past or unanswered questions about your future. For example, most of the youth, why this boy left me? A girl will overthink, why he left me, what mistake I did. He betrayed me. He dumped me. Da 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 da. Build up stories. Oh, other girl came into the life, so that is why he left me. Oh, he cheated me. Blah 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 blah. You'll make up a story and story and story. Now, future, what do you overthink? Will my career be stable? Will I get the salary? Yeah, plan properly. You will get your salary. Have a proper plan. Your salary will come. Overthinking stops. Right? Now, the third thing what you got to understand here is the last thing about overthinking is give answers to the mind. Now, Reshma, what are you thinking about? Give the answer. This is the thing. Or write it down. This is the answer. And when you start giving the answers to them, your mind will slowly stop thinking because it doesn't have got the answer. Now, I'm sure Hanumant will never have a doubt about discipline anymore. Now, whenever his mood will get out of studies, slowly he will, I need to get this job. I need to get this marks. So the mind will calm down automatically. Or else what do you think? Oh, will I get the marks? I'm wasting my time playing video games. Overthink. Behind the back, exams. Game. Overthink, and you'll be lost there. Oh, studies is important. Exams, game can wait. Let me go on. You gave the answer to the mind comes. I hope I've answered the question, Reshma. Yes, no? As you put a
Yes,
thumbs
sir. Thank you.
You want to counter me? Did I clearly answer the question, or there's some other behind question? Because this question has a behind question. Are you
No,
sure?
sir.
No, okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, what motivates you, sir?
What motivates me?
Yes, sir.
Everyone getting their answer and they end up with a smile is what motivates me. Like I can see Hanuman smiling once in a while. That motivates me. At least he's getting some message from me. Only I see him. That is the reason. Like Sravan is also there. Sravan is still serious. I won't smile. There you go. He also smiled. So that motivates me, right? So my motivation now, Samara has come. I want to smile and show how it is, right? So that's what motivates me. People getting the answer in the best possible way. They having a great time in a session. I will go on as long as you people ask me the questions, right? For me, there's no time. I'm not bounded by time because I'm not charging, so I'm not bounded by time. I will go on as long as questions keep coming. People will leave also, doesn't make any difference until the trust decides to stop my show. I will stop them. That's my motivation more than anything else. Every happy person gets the answer which they're looking for with a smile. My job gets done. That's my motivation. What's the time? Wait until actual meeting. My kid just came. Go culture. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead. More questions? I had someone has raised a hand and went off. Gone? Okay.
Sir, it's me only, sir.
Okay, it's me only. Okay, fine. So got the answer for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So my kid has come here. So you want to see my kids?
Sir.
There you go. Say hello. Hello. Okay, go. That's it. Go. Hey, no. Go. No, be careful. Light is there. Yeah. Go ahead. Because for me, my family, my kid also walks around here and there. So once in a while, he'll say hello to everyone. I don't care what you people think, anyways, because my son is more important. Like if he comes, I'm going to give more priority than anyone sitting here to show you that my relationship with my son is more important than anyone's. Okay, go. I'm on. Go. Right? So, more questions?
Sir.
Go ahead.
How to achieve a goal successfully, sir?
It depends on what you mean by success, right? Many people don't clearly define what success means to them, right? Because somewhere around what is naturally happening is, how do you define success? Money? How do you define success? Who asked me the question? Ayyappa?
Sir.
Yeah. How do you define success?
Not money, sir.
Then what is success for you?
I want to be in a government body, sir.
You want to get into a government job?
Like IAS or IPS or like that, sir.
Now, why you can't focus? Because you yourself is not very okay. Now, let me a counter question you to have some fun. Why do you want a government job?
I want to serve people, sir.
You want to serve people? That you can be an NGO, you can have your own NGO and serve people. Why you have to be an IAS officer or IPS officer? So that problem is clarity. What you're telling me, sir, I want to get a government job, IPS also okay, IAS also okay, whatever government job which serves people is also okay. Your goal is not very clearly defined. IAS or IPS? What service can I do being an IAS? I'm sure you're going for a government job, for a stable job, and not to serve people. Because in your word itself is very clear that some government job I need. It's in the name of serving people. So I will get that. If you tell me, sir, I want to be an IAS officer because I've seen a lot of problems in my community. Maybe it's this problem or the roads problem or this whatever problem you see is a big problem. I want to solve that. Most of the IAS officers are not doing that. So I want to get into the government job. And this is the reason I have. Your goal is very clear. The motivation will come and you will achieve that goal. But if you tell me that I just want to be an IAS or IPS, whichever government job comes, I will take it. Goal is not very clear. Whichever goal, you don't know which goal to kick your ball to. So first figure out why government job. If it's a stable job, you can get into banking only. Why IAS officer? Right? Or there are other, government job. Why IAS and IPS? Oh, I want status. Now, if you're looking for status, go get to the army also, you will get the status. That's also a government job. It gives you the status, army, naval officer. That also gives you the status. But there you say, no, I want my life to be protected and a stable job. I want to have fun family life also. So what you're doing is clarity is not there. Why IAS officer? What is the plan? And work it out from there. The clarity will come and the goal will be focused and you'll achieve success. Sorry, I countered you a little bit, but it's just to make you understand because you're very casually saying, I want government job, IAS or IPS or whatever it is. The hard work behind being an IAS officer, IPS, and after getting the job, what all you need to do is not a joke. Because there's many IAS officers getting corrupt just because they worked hard just in the name of status and fame. And once they get the fame, they get corrupt also. So if you genuinely want to be IAS or IPS, whichever you pick one. So next time after 1 year, when I talk to you, what is your goal? You say, IAS officer, this is the problem. This is what I'm studying. This is what I want to become. In this exam, I'll pass. If not, the next exam, I'm going to pass. If I don't be an IAS officer, I'm going to start an NGO to solve the problem. I'm going to create a team. Here is not about, your goal is not about you. The goal is about you saying serving the nation. What do you want to do by serving the nation? Like that is the joke I always say. Many people say, sir, I want to be a doctor. Like I've done sessions for doctors and, medical students also. So I want to be a doctor. But sir, I can't study that hard. I said, be a nurse. Both are serving people only. Both are serving, but one is easier, one is harder. So are you going after the serving concept or are you going on the status concept? If you're going on the status concept, you should be more driven to get that thing and work hard for it. I hope I was not hard at you, but just showing the importance of how important is being an IAS officer and IPS officer for India. Right? Or else we'll get all this, I'm not saying all the IAS officers are useless, who doesn't add value to the society in the way it needs to be added value to. Now clear? I hope I was not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you know how to fix the goal. Now find out which you want and how you want to do it and pick that and make that important. Right? That is Jyoti I talked to? Okay, fine. I think I've answered this question. If not, counter me also, right? Go ahead, more questions?
Sir, how do you define success, sir, for yourself?
For myself, I am the most
Yes,
successful person in this world now. I don't have to define it, right? Because, okay, let me tell you what is success. Okay? Success is 5 aspects: relationship, education, health, finance, and love. I keep saying this, right? I've been working at the age of 18. I've worked and studied from age 18. I have an MBA, I have an MSc, I have a BSc. This is my education qualification. I've started working in 18. I've started working like I'm from a middle class family, which is not middle class, even low class middle class family. That's how I started. Right now, I work as a regional sales manager for a Middle East. Right? Middle East and South Asia. That's the region which I cover for a multinational company, which is a Canadian company I'm working for. Right? So you can see I'm successful. You might assume that I'm successful, right? But now I'm getting a lot of job opportunities to go and higher salary also within my company, but I need to go to Canada. But if I go to Canada, I can't be doing my foundation stuff because I need to be in Abu Dhabi, which is Dubai, in the Middle East to do this. Because now I'm doing an India tour, right? Which is July and August. I'm going to different places in India. Like I'm coming to Chennai, I'm coming to Bombay, Delhi, Ahmedabad, different places, few medical colleges, few dental colleges and all that. So I'm doing a complete India tour. I can't do that if I'm sitting in Canada. So that is the reason. So for me, now my kid came, right? If it's an official show, which is very, very serious, even for me, the greatest of the greatest meeting, my son comes, I will talk to him first because I want to be a successful father first and not a successful speaker or not a successful, but that is more important for me. Relationship, education, health, finance, and love. 5 aspects are there, which is the most important. It comes relationship first. That comes first. Which is your family, which is your mother. When did you last time call your mother? Anytime good, then your relationship is first. Right? Now the joke of life is if your relationship, education and health is there, money will come automatically. But many people put money first. And when you put money first, you lose all the balance also. Right? So that's the other problem with success. Many people define success, if I have 1 million in the bank, I'm successful. But the question here is, I will give you 1 million, but in exchange, I will take your health. Would you take the deal? No. Health is more important. Now, some people say, no, success is, I have a big business and most successful business. I'd say you're going to most be the alone person where you're going to be always in a room without communicating with anyone. Would you become the great big businessman? No, you want people for community and society and you want that togetherness. Right? So the success is not defined by other people. Success is defined by you. Did I do justice to my birth? When I leave this world, if God or universe or whoever sent you, someone has sent you to this world, when you go back, you'll be answerable to one question. They won't ask you what other people did, what they did, and what are. They'll ask you, were you the best son? Were you the best brother? Were you the best roles which you have given? Did you do justice to it? If you have done justice to it, you are successful. A farmer working hard to make my stomach full is much more successful than me wasting a little bit food on the other side, forgetting the farmer who has worked hard for my food. So don't see success from that perspective that this status, this money, this level is success. When you leave this world, what do people talk about? If it is good, you're successful. If it is bad, you're not successful. If you want to have this, but then you only come to know after you die. You won't come to know before that. Right? So that is the other thing about success. So don't define success by money or a level or a status or the IAS officer and all that. Who are you become? Am I growing? If you're growing, you're successful. That's how I say I'm always successful every day. Today I'm doing a show. I'm successful. Now I'm going to do my live show every day. Wednesday I'm again taking my growth to the next level. So I'm getting again successful. So that is how you got to see your life. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Don't ask about me, ask about you. It's much more meaningful, right? More questions on video, audio, or I move to the chat. See, chat people can come on video and ask also. Don't miss this opportunity to see. All our boy, only one girl asked. Right? Once I did a session for all girls. It was the National Girls' Day or something, and one girl asked, "Sir, we don't get equal opportunity to with men and all that thing." I said, like in live show, mostly boys are only asking, "Where are the girls?" I'm not comparing. I'm provoking you to ask questions, right? Because whenever the girls and boys battle, people will charge up, right? It's not about me taking boys' side or girls' side. It's just make that show an impact. Don't compare yourself. Let me stay quiet. Let me, be reserved. You have an opportunity. I'm asking, ask anything about life. Come on audio, come on video. Ask and clear your doubt. Then I'll come to the chat, right? It is me different ways provoking you, because once you ask, the confidence will come, and then you'll see what all doubts get cleared. I hope I'm answering the questions in the best possible way where you're getting it, right? So, anyone on video, anyone on audio, or I go to the...
Yes, sir.
Yes, come on. That's what I want. I want to make the people who chatted feel bad to come on video or audio to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how to avoid distractions, sir?
What is it? Can you give an example of the distraction?
Yeah, one thing in my life that I read a novel every day in bus, sir. When I going to college,
Yeah.
I used to read a novel.
Yeah.
But coming to holidays, I don't even interest to read that, sir.
Yeah. So what is it? Don't read.
How to follow that? It's an habit, sir, in bus every day.
Yeah.
to read.
So no. My question is: you want to continue reading the novel, or you just want to stop reading the novel? Like, where's the problem?
I want to read, sir. I want to read every day.
You want to read every day. Now, for example, see, I'm generally a person who believes that always read things which gives you growth. Reading a novel, does it improve your life? If not, then you're wasting time reading. I know I might sound crazy, but you finding a fake story written in a novel, you getting entertainment in that point, does it really add benefit to your life? If not, then why read? That is point number one. Second thing is, I'm reading novel to improve my English language. That is fine. So which you're doing in the bus, you have nothing to do. You're reading it in the bus because there's so much going on, and I have this long drive, nothing else to do. But in place of the novel, what is your dream in life, Shravan? What's your dream in
Really
life?
happy, sir.
Sorry?
Not happy.
Not
To lead a great, to lead happy life, sir.
lead happy life. See, that is again a very vague, dream in life, right? Because yes,
I'm making parents happy,
sorry,
making parents happy and proud.
making parents happy. So, but I'll tell you something. You are making parents happy, but you are internally not happy. Is it really happy?
No, sir.
So that is what, right? We have these vague dreams, and when you have the vague dreams, you clearly won't achieve anything in life. Like long time ago, like I know many of my friends, oh, just want to chill and be happy in life. When the real problem starts hitting, because you didn't grow in this, you just sat and saying, everything want to be happy, let's see how life goes. Life will start hitting you because you're not growing. The problem is when you become happy, you stop growing also. Or you be happy in doing what you're doing, like what I'm doing. When I do my sessions, I'm completely happy, I'm completely charged, and I go going until. So I'm at the toppest, happiest form when I'm doing my session. Which means when you love doing what you're doing, that gives you happiness. So make sure what gives me happiness. Go do that. Happiness will be there. That is one point, just to correct you there. Right? So sometimes when I hear something which is slightly not going the right direction, I correct you then there. Right? Now next back coming onto this novel. It is not important in your life, but still if you want to complete it, go for a bus ride. And the bus ride, read the novel. If you think no, in the bus time only, okay, today I'll go sit in the bus for the sake of going. I'll go there, read the novel, come back, read the novel. See, time taken is the same.
College bus, sir, actually.
Sorry?
It's college bus, actually.
It is college bus, so that's what. Go to the government buses, go take a long drive, take the novel and read. Because sometimes the bus setting is needed for you to read the novel. See, I'm not joking here, right? I'm talking serious stuff. Sometimes some situation will support you to do something. Create that situation so that you can continue doing it, right? Sometimes, I'm just don't see, always remember one thing. Whatever I'm saying, don't think as example to example. See how I can replace this example into my life so that I can make more benefit of it. So coming back to that same thing, right? Only bus I can read. That time the interest comes. Go bus ride. Read as much as you want. Finish the novel. Then stop your bus. Right? Because sometimes what happens is you need the fresh breeze to feel it. You want a lot of noise to read it. You want that disturbed world to read it. You have all that surrounding set to read the novel. Then create the situation. Maybe go in the beach. Maybe you might have the same feeling, the crowded beach. Maybe you might have the same feeling there. Maybe there you will have that reading. You will see some poets, they go in the forest and start reading poem. Or they go in front of the nature and they read the poem. They can't sit in the disturbed, quiet world. They need the disturbed world to feel better, right? That's one point. The other thing is, When you come home, you have much more bigger things to do. Buses is free time. So free time, but my question is, if you have a better goal, instead of reading the novel, you read about that goal, how to be happy, what is the true essence of happiness. Read those books so you achieve that. Because the novel half is killing, sad, happy, all emotions are there. Yeah, why read something negative? Your novel is negative oriented or positive oriented? Negative oriented, like killing and heartbreak.
Yeah, positive oriented. Positive oriented.
So that's fine. So if you're reading positive oriented thing, that's fine. Then so whenever you want to take a bus, have a ride. Bus is what, 10 rupees to go to one long ride, or 10, 20 rupees. Take a ride, finish the novel and come back. Fix the problem. Don't sit in saying that, why I can't read it at home? I can read in bus, create the situation, read it and finish it off. You're happy, project complete. Got it? My answers which I give is going to be very, very simple. I don't complicate life. Right? You have a problem, what is the best way? Fix it. Once you fix it, you feel happy again. Any more questions? Or yes, Raman, you're saying something?
Sir,
Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Sir, I will ask.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, most of the people having the same doubt. Like everyone is hearing the two scenarios on the same path. Like if you want to achieve the thing that you want, you have to walk alone. One parallel thing. Or the same people we youth are hearing that another word also. Like you have to hold someone's hand to achieve your goal. Like to be peaceful and to be happy or all that stuff. So which one is good in your perspective?
Wow, that's one of the best questions I got after a long, long time. Okay, very, very, very intellectual question. Now, let me make it very simple. You come alone and you go alone. Okay? You come with nothing and you go with nothing. You come with no one and you go with no one. So technically, every human is alone from day one to day end. But then, God or universe being so nice, you're coming alone with a lot of bonds of relationship around, which is mother, father, brother, sister, and all. With time, you go to schooling, you have your teacher. Then with time, you have a college professors. Then you have a boss, you have a guru, you might have a mentor, you might have your wife, who's going to teach you various other things about the girl side of life. Right? Then you have your children who teaches you what you were when you were a child. So all these things are there to teach you to become, all the relationship is there to teach you to become that. For example, a friend irritates you, right? He's telling you, get out of this. Sorry?
Friends are there to do that.
It is very...
Friends are there to irritate us.
Friends are there to irritate us, but are you winning over the irritation or not? Are you suppressing the irritation is the question. Because if you are suppressing the irritation, a health issue will start. Right? So the question here is, yes, each and every good person and bad person is raising you in some form or the other. So directly, God and universe gives you this experience, so Hemant becomes that Hemant, which Hemant needs to be. So you come alone, you go alone. But the coming Hemant is different from the going Hemant. And all that growth is different people interacting, good and bad, in his life, holding his hand in different times, hitting you down in different times, raising you up in different times to become that Hemant of who that Hemant has to become. Now the confusion over?
Yeah, yes.
Good. Okay.
The confusion was in between the imbalance. Like we are hearing the same scenario, like as a parallel two scenarios we are hearing.
Yeah.
So this the balance.
The real scenarios, you are alone, but the experiences is teaching you to be a better alone when you leave this world. Now, many people talk about emotional balance, emotional issues.
Yeah, you finished that in single sentence. That's it.
Sorry, emotional.
You concluded that in single sentence. Like
Okay, if you got my answer, great, right? Okay, fine.
the last one sentence speaks all.
Okay, good. So if you got all my answers, all good then. That's what I want to do. Because some people, one line is enough to an answer. Sometimes I got to explain. Anyone else on video, audio? I think I came for Hemant only for this session. He comes on. So clear it out. See, I want everyone to clear out so that you don't meet me again. That's my objective, right? So that's what I keep doing, right? Anyone else, or I go back to this poor chatters who want me go to get the answer? Anyone else? Video, audio? Okay, now I'll go to the chat then. Someone wants to take the guts to come on the audio or the chatters? No. Okay, I'll go one by one. I'll go a little bit faster, right? Because you are just typed it and I got to do the talk, right? So I'm doing a bit more than what it is. Many offline session though, that I've answered. It's my inspiration I've answered. Effective speaker, good speaker, public speaking. Public speaking. You know, this thing called public speaking fear is, from my point, is a scam, right? Because if he can speak to, like now, Hemant can speak to me comfortably. If he can speak to me comfortably, he can speak to any bigger crowd comfortably. He's going to see them all as me or as a friend or as a group of people who I know. There is no public speaking issue. That is point number one, which means I see everyone I talk to as my brothers and sisters. So the way I'm talking to my brother, I'm going to talk to everyone. There is no problem. Now, the second thing about public speaking is make sure you talk in front of a mirror. Like why I take this public speaking fear is a scam, because when I go live on stage, when people talk about public speaking, I bring the person never talked on stage within 5 minutes. I make the girl or boy speak. If you want, in my YouTube, there are videos where I'm going to bring them, make them speak easily. So public speaking is never a problem for me. In 5 minutes, I can make anyone a public speaker, right? But there's the tricks and tips. Now, first thing you got to be very good public speaking is go in front of the mirror and talk. Why? You see how people are seeing you. Most of the fear comes because you're worried about how people are seeing you. So talk in front of a mirror. Talk loud in front of the mirror means, which is sometimes some people, when they hear their voice back of what they're saying to their ears, the panic starts. So in front of the mirror, talk loud. After that, bring the most favorite, lovable person in front of you, make them sit, talk in front of them. Then get a group of friends who you trust, sit them and make in front of them. After that, make your friends laugh at you when you talk, when you make a mistake. Experience that. And then next thing is, when you're on stage, don't go directly go on stage. Go and peep when you have the crowd being sitting, when the crowd is being arranged, go and peep and have an experience of the stage. Because when you experience the stage, you calm down. You will see most of the VIPs, they're always made to sit on the stage. And then after some time, they get introduced and they call. Why? To get a comfort feeling of the audience. So same thing you have to do. Many MCs are there. Directly, they won't go on stage and talk. That is a problem in general. For me, it's not a problem. You to put me anywhere, I can talk. You put in the most crowded crowd, you put 100 people or 1,000 people, I will talk. I have no problem, because I see everyone as my friends. I don't care what you think about me. I'm not here to impress you also. So if I go wrong also, I have no problem. So that is the few tips about effective public speaking. The other thing is, one more she says about effective speaker. To be effective, you got to talk the topic what people want. Then you become effective. Understand the story and then talk to them so you can relate with them. When you relate with them, they will listen to you, right? The lesser you speak, the effective speaker you are. So make sure you speak less, listen more, and then give the answer so it goes that slow. There's a lot of things on public speaking if I can talk about, but on my YouTube, go and have a look at public speaking. It'll tell you. House life was first is where few negative things comes across our journey. Nandini's question. Now, life is all positive. Now, let me give you an example. A child is writing a maths exam. He writes his maths exam and he was expecting 50 marks and he gets 30 marks and he fails. He sits there and says it's negative, my life is gone, my friend got higher marks and all that, and he work on, get frustrated. Then he becomes a failure. But then he works very hard with the negative experience, studies more, goes for tuitions, and the next exam, he makes 80 marks. He was expecting 60 or 50, he got 30, he worked hard and he got 70 to 80 marks. You see life negative, I see life is all positive. Because the whole story has made you a 70 to 80% student. That is that, Nandini. I hope I have the question. Anyone want audio and video? Just jump in and I will answer, right? I know you might get tired. I will never get tired answering questions, right? Sam Singh Roy, my lover has been rejected me, her name. Come on. First of all, don't publicly mention people's name after you have a breakup or after someone ditches you, because somewhere around you're trying to prove a point that the other person has ditched me and all that, right? Especially to boys, right? Specifically to boys. When you have a breakup with a girl, don't talk bad about that girl to your friends or whatever, because at the end you had that relationship with whoever it is. Respect the girl and don't back it about, because when you talk bad about a girl, it affects than more a girl talking about a boy generally, right? So make sure, there are many guys who go into physical relationship with girls because of various reasons, and then they publish it to the world. Oh, I did this and I did that. Please don't do that. It creates a lot of issues in life. Now, my love has rejected me. Her name is this. So that's one point. Never disclose your name. But my question is, why is your name and her name have the same surname? That is very interesting. But anyways, we'll come there. Lost money by betting in cricket. Now, lost money in betting in cricket is you lost money in betting. The second question is, why are you getting into betting when you're losing money? If you're making money, fine, go for betting. So somewhere around you're going into a fantasy side of thing to make quick money. People get into betting for making quick money. They don't want to work hard. They directly just want to make quick money. So there is no ways to get into quick money. Third thing, I have two breakups.
Backlogs.
Yeah, backlogs.
Backlogs.
So you have two backlogs. Study and get out of the backlogs as quick as you can. First of all, why are you into a lover relationship when you're already having two backlogs? You're there in college not to make lovers and girlfriends and boyfriends. You're there to clear out your backlog as quick as you can, so you can be answerable to your father, who's paying the fees, who's paying all that, so that you become a better son to them rather than a broken up lover for that girl, whoever you have named. So the question here is the 1, 2, 3's answers is actually sitting in the fourth. Is that I'm in the fourth year, my father's asking when you're going to get a job. All the first job have nothing to do with your job. Second one have nothing to do with your job. Third one has everything to do with your job. And that is the third factor you have put. You can never get that. And etc. is all because you went and did so many other things which doesn't add value to your life. This is my life, but I don't have any fear about my future. Now that is fantasy thinking. You're doing everything wrong in life. This is like Nikhil's thing. I'm drinking soft drink. Health is getting hit, but I'm still, in my future is going to be good. This is what I say. Positive thinking is negative. You're sitting in hell and thinking that it is all good and beautiful and peaceful. Please don't do that. If you're in hell, find out ways to get out of hell, or else you're going to burn in hell, and then it'll be much more worse from that. Right? I hope I've answered the question. Forgive that girl. That's the first thing you can do, because she taught you that she is not the right girl for you. Maybe there's a better girl. But then, for that, you should not be betting money on cricket. Because if betting money on cricket, no girl's going to anyways like you. Because you are having all the risks in you losing the complete family, asset in the name of betting. So no girl is anyways going to say yes to marriage to you because you're going to be betting. Now you have two backlogs. Would a girl go for an unsuccessful guy with all two backlogs? No. So work it down. Be the good son. Finish the two backlogs. Make that successful career. Don't get into betting. Don't get into love right now. Be the great guy. The love will come, and utilize that money in the best possible way. I hope, Sam Singh, I've answered all the questions with regards to that. But your biggest problem in that is your question about your last line. This is my life, but I don't have any fear about the future. There is no future right now with what you're saying. That's my point of view. I can be wrong. Feel free to counter me if I'm wrong, or I hope I didn't make you feel bad. Ashrita Raj, how to control anger? Anger is like a pressure cooker. Anyone with video audio can jump in and ask me a question, not a problem. Anger is like a pressure cooker. You're holding on to something. For example, okay. Someone calls you a bad word. Okay, even Hemant is there having a. So Hemant, let me give you an example. Hemant, you can come on audio. If someone calls you a bad word, do you feel bad?
First, I'll get anger. After that, actually, this was related to the next question that I want to ask you.
Good. So let me clarify. That's maybe I'm going advanced to your question, right? So okay. So
Yeah.
because sometimes I get the feelings that Hemant have this doubt. I have to clarify it, right? So let me ask you a question. So if someone calls you a bad word, how do you feel? Good or bad?
Yeah, well, first I'll feel very bad, hurt. After that, obviously, I want to like, yeah, he said me this word like, "Marna chahiye usko," like I want to kick him out.
Okay. So
After that,
my next one is if someone calls your mother a bad word, what do you do?
I just kick him on the spot.
Okay.
After that, I'll think like
Good.
what to do or not.
So my first question. Now, what you do is, Hemant, let's do a test. You
Okay.
call me a dog. Can you do that?
Okay.
You can just say you're a dog or whatever. What a bad word you want you to call.
Yes, sir, you are a dog.
Thank you very much. You can call me a dog again.
Okay, I understood that.
Right?
I understood that.
See,
Yeah, I got it.
You came with so much negative, called me a dog. I gave you so much positive. You yourself smiling and you lost it there.
Yeah.
Now, why when someone calls you a bad word, you're getting the irritation because the concept called self-respect. Self-respect is the most negative word in this world. I am a human being. So if someone calls me a dog, how dare he calls this human being, which I call myself as a dog. Now, Hemant, one twist in the story. If a mental guy comes and calls you a bad word, what do you do?
I'll just leave him like that. Okay, chalta yaar.
Yeah, so the guy who's calling a human a dog is mental, no.
Yeah.
Why are you going and thinking that he has sense? Right? You have seen, no, when you go in a car, dogs comes barking.
Yeah.
You go open the window, hey dog, why are you barking? Or you leave the dog and go on.
No, I'll just leave it.
So all these people who are calling you bad words are wanting for you to provoke. So they also make you a dog. When they are barking, you bark back. Both becomes dog. They get your positive energy. So negativity can only survive with positive energy. So negative people will always be after positive people. Call him bad word, he'll get irritated. Oh, positive energy. You will see negativity people will be always in a group. But if you are alone, positive, you can stay alone happily also. Now, again, how to control anger? Someone like, let me give me a woman's example. Someone calls a bad word, his self-respect gets hit. He suppresses, right? So for what happened does he goes and kicks back and neutralizes it. But most people won't have, if a very powerful, for example, as Hemant, if your principal calls you bad word, what do? You go kick him? No.
No. Yeah, we have to suppress it.
You're suppressed. So anger. So Arshita is asking, how to control anger? Anger is 100% controllable. People who are powerful to you won't show your anger. People who are weaker to you, you will show your anger. So anger is 100% controllable. But the problem here is when you control your anger, are you suppressing it or are you thankful to it? If you're suppressing it, it builds up as a pressure cooker. For example, you're a pressure cooker. Like, see, Hemant is a pressure cooker, right? Hemant puts a pressure cooker underneath the stove. The fire is what? Someone calling a bad word. The fire comes in, right? If the friend calls the bad word, the whistle will come out, whistle will come back to him, over. Pressure calm down. If principal calls the bad word, he will keep it, the pressure cooker will go home, and then the whistle will come, anger to the younger brother.
Yeah.
So, shut down the flame. Cut down the flame. And when you cut down the flame, which is, thank you, Hemant. That bad word sounds so nice from your ears, yaar. Every time, please call me that name from now onwards. Call me dog only, Hemant. I have no problem. When you call dog, I will say, hey, Hemant, yes. How much are you going to call your dog? The complex will hit you back. right? That is how you win over anger. So anger can be many reasons. You have a headache, anger will come. You have a breakup about life, about a girl and a boy had a breakup, you don't know the answers, anger will come. I got cheated, anger will come. People can only hurt you if you allow them to hurt. All emotions and anger comes because you're expecting something in return. Stop expecting from the world. See, I do all my sessions free. I don't expect anything. I don't care what Hemant thinks. I don't care I spoiled my hair. I don't care what you people think about my spoiled hair. Doesn't matter to me. I'm here to give the answer. Full stop. I'm going to give my 100% full stop. I'm going to do the best thing what I can do to this group of people who are sitting. I don't know how many are watching my show. It doesn't matter. If there's one person, if Hemant is there asking the question, I'm going to keep answering until I clear his doubt 100%. Can you control me? No. Can you anger me? No. But if I expect, am I impressing Hemant? Is the youth, is this trust liking my talk? I don't care. I'm here to give the answer. Clear the doubt 100%. If I've done that, that's it. Full stop. I don't care another new session happens or whatever. I don't care about that. This session, do my best. Full stop. Doesn't matter. They like it. They hate it. They talk behind my back or they call me a dog also. I'll say, thank you, Hemant. Dog is the best word you can call me. How much are you going to call? Right? Ashrita having a counter question. Finally, someone has a counter question. But we expect something from our loved ones. Yes, you will be hurt. You will be hurt if you expect. Be the best daughter you can be. Be the best wife you can be. Be the best sister you can be. Stop expecting love back. Because most of the girls and boys get into relationship nowadays is because of gap filling. Mother didn't give me the care. A boy gives me care that you call as love. Father didn't give me the protection. This world gives me the protection and love or the care, and that is love. So don't expect from even loved ones. Because if you're expecting, you will get hurt. I can tell you now. What you can do, you be the best daughter. If your mother is hating you, you love her. Two things will happen. Like when I talk with married couples, and the common thing I get from girls is I just don't like my in-laws. Right? Typical. Even guys also do say, but generally, mother-in-law hate to the core. Most married girls will have a typical statement. I said, you be the best daughter-in-law. Two things will happen. Either the husband will get a better job or you will get a better job and you'll move out of the home, or your in-law is going to die. Wait for it. But be that best daughter-in-law which you can be. If you focus on that, things will start changing. Right? And that's all. Amulya, okay, Arshita's answers are doubt. Amulya is asking how to concentrate on single work. When you say constant, now it's a general question, so I'm thinking from where the question is coming from, right? When you focus on single work, you can only focus on single work when you know that that's the most important thing you need to do right now, and you full stop it there. For example, you're asking about distraction. Now, Hemant, who's your favorite actress? Actress, whoever it is.
Actor Pawan Kalyan.
Who?
Pawan Kalyan.
Pawan.
Pawan Kalyan, yes sir.
Pawan, okay. So his favorite actor is Pawan. So let's see, he's focused on studies. So let's say, Hemant is studying. Only because Hemant is on video, he took the effort to come video on so long. I will give him extra credits and extra importance, right? To make you others feel guilty. Right? So you're studying ABCD, 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 ABCD. Suddenly, Pawan's thought process will come because you're exposed to social media of Pawan. You're exposed to various other things. Slowly, Pawan's thought process will come. They say, no, Pawan, no, go study. Your friend will call, hey, Pawan's new movie coming in. Wait for that. So which movie? Studies, okay, wait. Search Pawan, Oh, Pawan have a new girlfriend. Oh, he's married. Search, full studies all gone. Single work becomes double work, and slowly that becomes a single work. It is not, you can't concentrate on the studies. Your concentration shifts from one topic to another topic. If people tell me I can't concentrate on one single job, it is not you can't concentrate. You have much more important things to think about. If your mother's in the hospital, you can never concentrate on a single job because your thought will think about your mother because you love your mother. So how do you go concentrate on single work? All these exposure to power should reduce. All social media should follow on the single work which you're doing, and slowly the focus will come. Right? Sai, you sent me a direct message, but it's something related to something else that I talk, so I just ignore that, right? Arshita, but actually someone, I'm the coolest person, but family thinks I'm an angry bird. So if you're the coolest person and your family thinks you're an angry bird, somewhere around you're showing angry. Like people can't see a happy person. Like if I'm smiling, will Hemant call me you're angry? So somewhere the anger is there. Something you're suppressing. And that suppression is what is vibrating that anger feeling into your parents, right? Back to Vamsi. Sometimes, even after giving 100%, why do people fail? Keep getting failed. And after getting all our efforts, it's really depressing, isn't it? What should you do? You're on the wrong road. It's as simple as that. If you do something, you keep failing. Why are you doing it? Move on and find out another thing to do. See, this is called working hard on a wrong thing will never give you a right result. Working 100% on something which is not needed for you is never going to give you 100%. Second thing is your actions are wrong. And when your actions are wrong, again, you are not going to get the 100% result. Now, the other question, which I think is all revolving around this, is the question about why good people give their 100% and still things go wrong. Good people normally does good things in the wrong time or to the wrong people. When your mother is cooking and you go and tell her the great idea which you have, she says, go sit there, I'll come back later. You'll be depressed. When you're doing a wrong thing for the good thing for the wrong person, you know one person is in jail and you try to bring him out of the jail, right? You will also be caught in the jail and put in the jail. So that way, what happens there? You will be depressed again. So I hope I've answered the question. If not, Vamsi, you can counter me. That's it. I'm done with all my questions. No more questions. Feel free to come on video. Yes.
Sir, one question, sir.
Good.
Okay, let others do.
Go ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Who's this?
Durga, sir.
Durga.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Durga.
Sir, what should I do for motivate to others to avoid bad things like smoking, drinking, or friends, family members?
What do you want to avoid?
Bad things, sir.
You want
like,
to make his friends to avoid all the bad things that they are doing, like smoking, drinking.
First of all, get out of that friendship. First point. Because I will tell you why. See, Durga, I'm not here to break friendships and all. The more you hang around with people who you drink, you'll slowly be drinker only. You'll get into it. Because what you're doing is you have a positive energy, you have a value, and that value you're countering and trying to bring 5-10 people to change. What naturally happens, find people who don't drink and be their friends. Hemant, just a quick question, just to irritate you once again. Do you drink alcohol?
No problems.
Do you drink?
No.
There you go, Hemant
No,
is a
I
friend. Why are you trying to change the other friend unnecessarily and trying to make them non-alcoholic? Now you'll ask me, sir, no, I'm a good person. I want to make the change. Are you mentally strong enough to make the change? Now, people are not alcoholic because they are alcoholic. People are all alcoholic or an addiction because somewhere around they have something in the past which they want to forget. That is what is making. Now, for example, many people talk about addiction. Addiction, there's many addiction. Alcohol is addiction. Smoking is addiction. Father needs to see the newspaper early in the morning is an addiction. 9 o'clock show, father has to see news is addiction. Mother have to see a TV series. If the TV series is not seen, she knows that is addiction. Some people have to finish their novel without reading the novel. They feel bad. That is also addiction. Some people need 4 o'clock. They need to drink a tea. Without the tea, headache comes. That is also addiction. So all these addictions are there because somewhere around you're hating your life or suppressing your life somewhere. That is why this addiction is there. Mother is working whole day with the frustration, not for the love of the family or not for the care of the family, but with frustration, she has to see TV series to remove the frustration. Dad is working in the office whole day with frustration, he has to see the news to remove the frustration. Like, I don't know if Hemant, is Devdas famous in Tamil Nadu? Devdas Paru? Heard of Devdas?
Yeah, they're famous everywhere.
Oh, they're famous. Okay. So if Devdas and Paru, why Devdas became an alcoholic? Paru broke up, all this relation happened. He couldn't forgive or forget Paru. So to forget the thought of Paru, he drinks alcohol to detach from that. Some people get into video games to remove their frustration. Some people go to PUBG to remove their frustration. Before exams, if you didn't study, most people get into video games. So you don't remember about that. Your mind is completely busy. And that is the reason why this is. Now you can solve each and your friends that problem, then you can get them out of drinking and smoking. If you generally say smoking is bad, that is not good for health, so drinking is bad, they will never change. Because the problem is much more bigger. Can you solve the Paru's problem? Then Devdas will be fixed. If you go and tell Devdas, don't drink alcohol, it's not good for health. Slowly, you're hanging around Devdas, you will also start drinking when you have the biggest breakup of your life. What you don't understand is now life is good. But when the bad times happen, I'm sure the first thing you will drink is alcohol. So be very careful. If you spend a lot of time with alcoholic people, you will end up alcoholic when the hit comes. Right? So be careful there. If you want to change them, find the Paru or find that family problem and fix that. Then automatically they will also stop that. That clear, Durga?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, good. So,
Sir, next my doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is also two parallel scenarios.
Good.
If someone betrayed someone, like if someone betrayed me, there are two options or two sayings. Like, we have to take revenge, or we have to forgive.
Yeah.
Revenge in any way, any mode or something, or should we forgive? These two are the same parallels.
Very beautiful question. So when someone hurt you, do you forgive, or do you take revenge? Now back to the same bad word example. If someone calls you a bad word, do you go back to the bad word, or do you forgive the person because he's mental? That is point number one. Second thing is, because for me, I'll bring back to the same example. Because if you understand this bad word example, Hemant, most of your life doubt also will be clear. Now, when you really look at this scenario, problem with people is they don't normally forgive. They suppress it inside. That is where the problem is. He genuinely forgives what? When someone calls you a bad word, next time you will go with a smile in front of him. That is forgiveness. If you still have the hate, last time I gave money, this time now. Now the other problem with forgiving people is they forgive people physically also. No, mentally you forgive the person. This guy hurt me, or this guy broke up with me, or this girl broke up with me. I'll make sure next time I'll never ever select a girl. If you forgive and learn from the experience, and so that it doesn't repeat again, then it becomes positive. Many people don't learn. The breakup happens, they'll go and trust the same guy like that again. And the breakup will happen again. They'll go and again trust again. And the breakup will happen until they learn that I should not trust like these people. So forgive.
Yes, sir. To give you a complex scenario, like the original scenario.
Yeah.
I have some Kashmiri friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone is okay, Kashmiri friends. And when we are in class, one specific person from Kashmir, they usually don't like India. That's not the problem with anyone. Only he specifically don't like India. So in front of us, whenever there is a chance in class discussion, he used to tell bad words about India. So when we heard that, me and my friend, eventually we can't control in the class. We on the day that definitely there will be a fight, even in the class. So he keep on. I said him normally I said him 2-3 times.
Just do the topic. It's not good.
కాదు కాదు అది ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ గురించి కాదు.
వదిలేసేయండి.
పాకిస్తాన్.
No, I'll just clarify one thing, right? So just let's make it very, I get it. Let's make it non-political, right? So there is one person.
No, I'm not telling political, sir. Like, if the person is repeating the same mistake again and again.
Just mention the ex-person.
Okay,
name.
Person.
Yeah.
Okay. Some ex-person. He's repeatedly doing the same mistake again and again.
Yeah.
Know what to do.
First of all,
Like, lesson.
First of all, it is his. Why are you seeing that he's doing a mistake?
No, in front of me, he's doing
is, again. So come back to the dog question. Again, I'll come back to the dog question. Self-respect of being the Indian within you is getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know you are an Indian. You be a proud Indian. Let him tell anything he wants. Why he's provoking you? Again, back. Self-respect of a human being. When someone calls me a dog, I get my energy gets. He needs your energy, Hemant, so he's going to provoke you every time. So you get a retaliate. I feel peace. So what is happening here is on a longer perspective, you will see bad words example you told. Now you're bringing a a country-wise example you told. Many other things are also there. You will see repeating in your life. Hemant has to only learn one thing. Don't think that self-respect. I have to be treated in a certain way, or I am an Indian. When my Indian flag is on the ground, I will take it and lift it up. You be the best Indian you can be. But if he's telling something, that is the government have their stuff to do. Let them do it. But you retaliating, are you being an Indian there? Right? So what is being an Indian in general? It's this concept about welcoming everyone, accepting the good and bad. Even though the diverse situation, we still give love to the people. So people are always driven by the concepts of the Indian thing which we have. There you're retaliating. There you're trying and fighting back. You're no more Indian there. Then. Right? Okay. And there slowly what happens? Your retaliation, you become a terrorist there also. Right? So this retaliation is what the problem. Give him love. Right? So next time when he says something, hey, no problem, man. You call whatever. I still love my country. Let him tell whatever. Why say, no, you're saying it wrong? You tell good about your country. Spread positivity about the country. Spread that way. When you start doing that, they can't fight back with you. Because you're giving them positive. Right? And see the vibe. Is your heart beating faster when he talks about it? Because you're holding India very strong. India will never go outside of you. It is within you only. You need to hold it so strong and prove that I am an Indian. Right?
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
It will repeat. See, now if you don't learn from this, later someone will tell about your wife. Anger will come. Later someone else will come to tell your child. Anger will come. Next simple question, Hemant, after you get married, someone tells bad about you. What are you going to do?
Okay.
Right, think.
Yeah.
Right? This situation is going to repeat only. So that is why, you see, you're still not solved the problem here. You're still stuck to that self-respect which you have. Release that self-respect. Let the world, mental guy, he told that his problem, not my problem. His misunderstanding, his knowledge, but you have to see if you're standing by the truth also. It is not like the previous friend who says all this is messed up and I still see my future is good.
Yeah.
Right? And that is how because people are going to keep challenging you. You said if I call a bad word, okay, anger kicking. Mother though sure kicking. Wife, what, you're going to kill him? And then your wife will say also, why are you so angry every time? It is his problem. No, maybe your wife will make you understand. So I told you, it is your choice to understand. If you don't understand, wife will come. Hey, Hemant, I love you now. Let people tell whatever you want. That time Hemant will realize, oh, someone called my self-respect is all over. Someone is going to teach you. Meeting me is just a shortcut to make you understand. Because I will tell you, Hemant, once you understand, right, you will see all this load getting out of your head. Forgive the guy. He doesn't understand India. That is his problem, no? Not my problem. Mental guy calling bad word is mental problem. Maybe he had a bad experience, so he's believing that. See, the joke of life is people are only going to read things what they want to like and what they want. And the more they read about it, more they'll believe it. Now, I'll tell you a simple example. Did anyone meet ghost or see ghost? No one saw a ghost or see ghost. But everyone is scared of ghost. How? They're exposing. So a poor guy might have exposed so much about wrong things about India. He's been told wrong things about India. So he is believing that. When time comes, maybe if goodwill comes, he will understand it. But when you're retaliating, you're making him stronger. Right? You're making him more strong. Why? He's taking your positivity. So negativity is being stronger there. You will see he'll be more, his bad words about India will be more stronger by time.
Yeah.
Because he needs to provoke you more to get more of your energy. Initially, he called India, Hemant, hey, don't call India. No, little bit. Now then he'll take the next level. And because he has a bad childhood somewhere, he's frustrated that, maybe something happened in whatever, wherever in his family, his frustration is there. So he's throwing that frustration in the name of that state into your country. And you are taking the garbage and throwing it back again, provoking him more. Who's creating the cycle? You. Stop the cycle. You call India whatever. Still, I believe India in the best possible because I'm the best Indian which I can be. You tell this, he can't call the India bad anymore because he's not getting your energy anymore. Did that make sense now? Get the dog example.
Yeah.
If you understand someone calling my mother a bad word, if I can say thank you very much, if you can do that in front of that guy, he can't say anything after that. But what he'll do, he'll find someone else. Because this Indian thing is not in you only, then there are many other people. So he will pick that because Hemant is not giving energy anymore. So he's going to find out if there is someone else from there. Got it?
Yes.
Or light bulb opened now?
Yeah, actually, no, I don't want to intentionally take the names of something and all.
Yeah.
But I just want to project the exact scenario happen.
No, now you got the
So
answer.
that the exact thing will match into the life.
Yeah.
Because not only me, most of the people having the different type of objectives in the same scenario.
Agreed, 100%. So bad word is one, calling a country. So that's why I started first calling you your mother bad word. Then your wife. When wife came, Hemant understood a little more. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So wife is you think in a different way. Right? But then on the other hand, if some guy touches your wife, you have to hit him also.
Yeah.
But not a bad word. Physical, you have to attack. Like for example, someone attacks the country, you have to attack. There's no second question. But someone talking in one corner, this is that, that is his call, his wish.
Okay.
Right? Because you got to be very careful. People can get in the minority thing and, work it completely against you also. Always remember that. When you go after talking negative about something, the minority thing will think and work against you also. Because that's what they want, right? That's how it works, right? It's not they want, that's certain people's thought process wants your energy, so they come after you, right? And they come after you until as long as giving energy, he'll keep telling about that. After that, he will, pick your, family and say all your family, Indian family is like that. Boom, Hemant, how dare you call my da. Right? So like that will happen. Got it now?
Okay.
Good. Now, Durga, sir, if there's any friends or someone else I can't avoid,
that was about last question, sir.
Okay. So fine. That's clear. Okay. So thank you so much. You gave a lot of answers to my confused questions, sir. Please share your YouTube channel and name. My name is Deek Parassini. It's there. Big enough. You just have to type it in. If you still have any personal questions, find out and figure out my number from Instagram or whatever it is, or ask Nikhil. And you can
share
it and you can WhatsApp me in some form or the other, because some doubts are very, very personal. Some doubts are, needs to be, can't be open in public forum. If there is something like that, message me and I'll answer. But then meet me once, clear all your doubts and forget me also, right? Because I'm sure Hemant will never ask me again any other question, because his problem is the self-respect which he has. See, all his questions, now you have a look at it. All Hemant's question was revolving around his self-respect. This huge Hemant, this great man. No one should talk bad or this one about it. So that once you reduce it, I am the best for me and for my family. And my family knows that. And I know that. Let the world go to hell and say whatever they want. It doesn't make any difference to me as long as, it makes an impact, right? Any more questions or my job is done? How many people are still sitting in this show? I can't see the numbers here. 15 people. Okay, good. That's fine. Yes, go ahead, Hemant. Go ahead. More questions. Go.
Question, sir. I'm telling you, I'm present.
Oh, you're present. Okay, fine. He's present. Okay, good. Anyone? I saw something message coming in. Thank you for interactive session. You have clarified many of it. All thanks to God. Ask if you have still doubts so that you don't come back to me after any more, right? That's my objective, right? All my sessions, I make sure I stay with the people as long as they want me to stay so that I can clarify to the 100% possible way so that you all find the motivation or the truth about your life so that you don't need a motivational speaker or any other motivational book to figure out your future. That's it. Meet me once clear. You don't need me or anyone else in future because that problem is the problem you have to solve. Once you fix that, you will see you'll be much more calmer person, you'll be much more positive person, and you'll see that impact coming in, right? No more questions? My job is done? I think my job is done, I think.
Sir, we need one more.
Yes, one more. Oops. What happened there? God, I went out. Oh God, that was bad. Yeah, sorry, man. I know why. Oh, meeting passcode. Oh God, what is the passcode? Just 1 second. 17. God, Jesus.
This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry, due to some reason,
I guess we can.
No, I'm there. Due to some reason, I know what happened. I just pressed something and it went out. Yeah, good. So, any more questions?
Sir, could you share one more positive story?
About what? See, this is the problem with people. People want to hear story and feel good about life. Go fix your life, man. That is more important. Right? Stories are there enough to hear and get motivated about. But that's the other thing I tell people. The greatest story book you can read is your life story. Go read that story. The greatest novel you can read is that story. Where am I getting angry? Where am I getting irritated? Where am I getting frustrated? Keep fixing one thing at a time. I'll tell you, that is the best storybook you can read. Once you're done with that story, go and read your parents' story and your mother and father's story. The culture, the belief, the religious belief, the gods who they believe in. Start focusing on that. If you read these 3 storybooks, your story, your father's story, mother's story, 99% of the answer is sitting there itself. I can assure you that. Try it.
Okay.
And
The June time is over, sir.
Sorry?
June time is over, sir. So, can we wind up?
Yeah, okay. The time is over. So, yeah. So, can you wind up? Yeah. So, that's it. Thanks a lot, everyone. It was quite an interesting session. And special thanks to, Nikhil for bringing me on board.
Thank you.
And Hemant with his beautiful intellectual questions. But now the real problem came at the end. So that was very good that, he got the answers which he's looking for, and the various other people who have, given me this opportunity to answer all these questions. Again, as I keep saying, I've proved to you all that everything is happening for a positive reason. And that's why I really believe in the concept that life is all positive, negative doesn't exist, right? The last thing I want to just summarize. There's 2 things I summarize. One is the tear of the eyes. The other one is normally the complex and the self-respect which we keep, right? That is the world is going in such a way that every fair person is told to be, every dark person is told to be fair, and every fair person is told to be tanned. Every fat person is told to be thin, and every thin person is told to be fat. No one talks about fitness. Every scar on the face is told to have a clear face, and every clear face is told to have a tattoo on the face. the world will be constantly tell you to be someone else. And why the world is constantly telling to be someone else? To make money out of you. If you understand this concept, most of the mental pressures and depressions and all that thing will just wash away, because you begin to live the life which you want to live and the way you want to live, which is as a baby, right? So stop comparing, stop being like someone else, try to be the best you which you can be. If you can be the best you which you can be, positivity is just around the corner. But many people know, I want to be like that person, I want to be like that person, and I want to be dark, I want to be fair, and all that confusion. Love yourself the way it is. So how many people? 4 people came on camera. Every other people are doubting themselves, are comparing that they are not worthy enough to be shown or seen by people. Or maybe your background is bad. Doesn't matter. But once you accept the background, which, obviously my background went off 2-3 times. Did I react? No, I just came and moved my remote and the background came back. I didn't even react. What was you want? Oh, background remained ting, 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 and create all that. That's it from my side. It was a pleasure. How long have I been talking? I didn't keep the track of time. Anyways, all good. So yeah, if you want to have any closing stuffs or anything you want to say, I think my job is done. I don't have any formal closing to close. Right?
Thank you, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity.
Yep. All thanks to God. And thank you, Nikhil, for being a part of this and sharing this positivity to this group of NGOs. And yeah, let's see how further it goes and create further impacts. Keep spreading positivity. That's the best thing I always. Now, if you liked anything what I said, spread it in your name. I have no problem. If you think you like my quotes, put your name underneath. Messenger is not important for me. The message is important. As long as that is being spread, it's worthy. And let the positive spread. That's the only plan and the mission which I have, to touch each one person who comes in contact, understands positivity, and they won't come in contact anymore. If you want my number, Nikhil can give you, or I can type it down. I think next time I'll put it on the screen. It's 00971562996. Oh! 00971562996. Delete the other number. I don't know how to delete it. Second number is the right one. Right? That's it from my side. Nikhil, anything else you want to say, or Hemant, or whoever you want to say? We'll work it out. That's it. Close the show. Nobody's there. Go on. Nikhil, you're there? So let me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all good from my side. So I just sign out.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Pleasure. See you all maybe in future or some other time. I'm signing out. Okay. So that's it. Facebook, Instagram. Thanks a lot, everyone. Instagram, I'm back to you. It's been a long time. I never chatted with you people. So can I ask in Hindi? You can ask me in Hindi, but not now. Yeah, Instagram. So now I'm back on Instagram. Everyone who joined in, thanks a lot for being a part of the show. And I hope you enjoyed. You learned a lot, new stuffs, new topics, especially Hemant. His questions were beautiful, and I hope I've answered that. Again, I'll come back on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock? No, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. I'll come back live tomorrow, next Wednesday, to have a call, talk with you. Facebook, Instagram, same with me. And then you can join into my system to come live one-on-one with me on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to create that platform for you. So next Wednesday, stay tuned. I'm back again. Every Sunday and Wednesday, I'll be coming live to talk to you, clearing all your doubts, so that positive spreads in some form. It's their show. We are with you, Charitable Trust. So I can't talk more than that. So if you want, I can log out and come back live on Instagram. You want me to do that? Facebook, I can log out and come back again on Instagram to answer a few of the questions over here, if you think it is necessary. If not, then we can. Okay, Vishu says thank you. So I think maybe I'll come back. I've been talking for 2.5 hours, I think. What is Indian time now? 6 o'clock it started. This is Indian time or UAE time? Oh, Indian time. So I've been talking for 2.5 hours now. It's quite long. So yeah. So that's it. Neha, thanks a lot. Come back. Come back. My kid has also come. My kid is asking, why it is such a big meeting today? You say hi to everyone. Meeting കഴിഞ്ഞില്ല 2 hours I can continue. നാളെ സ്കൂളിൽ എനിക്ക് പോയി ഉറങ്ങിയിട്ട്. So guys, my son is calling. So you know, Neha, I'll come. Toy വാങ്ങിയ. Oh! So Neha, if you don't mind, I will come on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I'll be there whole time on Instagram. Divya, I'll come on because my kid has been waiting for 2.5 hours here. So I should be fair to him. So and he has to go for school tomorrow. So I need to get him sleeping. So I'll come tomorrow, Neha, if you don't mind. So not tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And then if you have any questions, I'll answer for sure. And yeah, and then see how it